started something. You know, you knew what you were doing. You knew what you needed to get done. But then once you got to the end, you just didn't know how to... Welcome to SmackDown Rundown. This is episode 100. And we're talking about SmackDown, of course. And I'm going to talk about the matches. I didn't finish my intro, did I?
No.
Well.
Had a strange ending.
Well, so did most of the matches on SmackDown. Alright, we had Rusev defeat Sin Cara in singles action. We had Dana Brooke defeat Becky Lynch. We had Aiden English defeat Kofi Kingston. We had the Club or the Usos win. I don't know. We had the Gorgeous Truth defeat Gold Dongo. And then we had Kevin Owens and The Miz defeat Sami Zayn and Cesaro. This was an interesting episode of SmackDown. We started off with Dean Ambrose talking about, you know, what's he going to do to, I don't know, he wants to continue. You okay?
Oh, yeah.
You sure? Alright. Just checking. He wants to continue, like, what he, you know, from what he did Monday. You know, talks about how, you know, I destroyed your $15,000 jacket because you destroyed my famous plant friend. I don't know. It was Dean Ambrose talking.
$100,000 plant friend.
$100,000? Mitch was expensive.
Yeah, didn't you see the GoFundMe for Mitch's funeral expenses? $100,000.
I think that was blown way out of proportion, but...
well, Mitch had a lot of saplings.
Oh, well, sorry. I'm sorry, Mitch. Rest in peace. But anyway, he starts talking about, like, what's he going to destroy next? Is he gonna break another one of the jackets? Is he gonna put one of his scarves in a paper shredder? Is he gonna shave off his Bon Jovi haircut? No, he's gonna destroy that big old ego that Jericho has. And then Jericho's fireworks went off and the lights went out, and then we came back and Dean Ambrose was face down on the canvas.
And Jericho hit him with a duffel bag.
That was the one thing. Like, what did Jericho hit him with? Because we found out what was in the bag. Unless the bag itself and or the straitjacket that he pulled out was weighted, Ambrose was fucking out. And there was nothing extra. I don't know, maybe he grabbed the microphone and bashed him in the back of the head with it? I don't know. But he proceeded to put the straitjacket on Dean Ambrose and then kick the shit out of Dean Ambrose while he could not move his arms.
Yeah.
Gave him a nice stiff shot to the mouth. Stiff shot to the eye. It was starting to form a bruise on the outside of it. And it took the referees like 5 fucking minutes to get out there and help Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
And it still didn't work because they set him up for a second code breaker.
Yeah, they just sat idly by while he got code breakered.
Yeah.
Good job, refs.
Yeah, you
guys are the worst.
Why didn't you hold back Jericho, the guy who had control over all 4 of his limbs? You decided to hold back the guy who couldn't move the top half of his body. Maybe that's why we're not referees. We think with too much common sense. We had a rematch between Rusev and Sin Cara, which was won by Sin Cara on Monday night. Kalisto at ringside again for commentary, and Lana hanging out at ringside in Rusev's corner. The match was okay. Nothing really out of the ordinary. But this is where we get our first, like, really... I guess this one wasn't super weird. It just didn't...
A little wonky.
Yeah, it just didn't quite make sense the way it all went down. Because Sin Cara is actually in control. And he's heading up to the top rope to, I assume, hit a swanton. But while he goes up, Lana grabs Jerry's cup of water and throws it at Kalisto. So Kalisto is soaking wet, and he's trying to, trying to dry off or something. And this distracts Sin Cara.
Well, he got up and he started getting in Lana's face, sort of.
Yeah. So Sin Cara is looking at this. He's like, oh, okay, well, stop that, whatever. Rusev gets up.
Sit down, bitch.
Rusev gets up and chucks Sin Cara off the top rope. But instead of just going after Sin Cara, he decides he's going to go outside, kick Kalisto in the back, then he's going to go back in, hit the big old super kick.
Kick Sin Cara in the front.
Yes. And then put on the accolade and make Sin Cara tap out.
Yeah.
So, not a horrible ending. Just a little wonky. Then we had Renee interview Emma and Dana. Dana cut a halfway decent promo, talking about how...
She didn't pat Renee's head?
Thank God. I almost expected it too, because afterwards they both kind of walked different directions. I was expecting them both to come back and... what's her name? Dana.
Banana?
Yeah, Banana. Yeah, luckily they didn't do that.
Yeah.
But Dana would pretty much just say she's going to beat Becky Lynch. Because Becky Lynch stole the spotlight from Emma, so Dana's pissed off.
Dana's very protective of Emma, I guess.
Apparently, they're really good friends.
Have you guys seen their entrance?
Yes. And...
They are good friends.
Yes. Dana and Becky have a very short match. I mean, you know, Dana did alright, but the ending, again, was weird. Like, Becky was in the ropes, and Emma poked her in the eye, and then she got up, and Dana double leg takedown, and then hit a jackknife pin. How does being poked in the eye help with the jackknife pin? Shouldn't Dana like hit a move?
You need both eyes to kick out properly.
It's stupid.
Her depth perception was off, so she didn't know how high her shoulder was off the ground.
She got poked in the eye, so she couldn't hear the ref counting to 3.
Yeah, no, I mean, remember, this is the eye that was injured at WrestleMania.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care if your eye pops out. You're still gonna kick out if you're... I mean...
If you're fucking Vader, maybe.
Yeah. Vader kept
Becky
going.
Lynch is not.
I think Becky Lynch could be the Vader of women's wrestling. You don't think so? I don't know why I don't know why I said that. Forget what I said. It's stupid. You're poking in the eye does not help with a jackknife pin. It's stupid. And it's stupid that Dana picked up a win. In a stupid way. Moving on. We had the New Day come out. Cut a promo. Funny as usual. Big E kept trying to say ass and they wouldn't let him.
Yeah. Booty-o.
Yeah. It was...
Because it means butthole. I got it.
It's a euphemism.
It is. Double entendre?
Eventually, the Vaudevillains come out and they say their piece about, may the best man win and we are men, blah, blah, blah. What was the line they had? Boots down, dukes up?
Yes. Boots down, dukes up.
That's where we like to, what?
So that's why they like to punch. That's what I said.
Anyway, this went into Aiden English versus Kofi Kingston, which was a great match.
Yeah, these guys have good chemistry.
Yeah, worked really well together. We had Kofi doing a lot of usual spots for the New Day. Xavier Woods.
One man unicorn stampede.
Yeah, Xavier Woods was able to play the trombone without any disruption. But then Simon Gotch kept trying to get involved, which caused Xavier Woods and Big E to go around the other side. There was at one point, Kofi hit the boom drop and was going for a pin, and Simon Gotch tried to climb in, and so both Xavier Woods and Big E grabbed him and pulled him out of the ring.
Then the ref ejected everyone.
Yes, ref's like, no, all three, you get the hell out of here.
It's like, Gotch, Woods, Big E, Francesca, you're out of here.
Yeah. So they all start to head to the back. Kofi goes for an O'Connor roll, and Aiden English kicks out of that. Kofi turns around and goes for a sunset flip, but instead of getting Aiden English to roll back onto his shoulders, Aiden English drops down, hooks a leg, and grabs the rope, and gets the pinfall that way. So that ending was decent. I think that was the only other one out of the entire night that actually made sense.
Yeah.
It was a good heel win for Aiden English. So
yeah.
Never mind. Thought I missed something. Oh, that's what. Yeah, we had the club talking to AJ before their tag team match against the Usos. This one was we've seen this match a few times now. Nothing.
I still like the visibly tangible animosity between the teams.
Yes. Yeah. No. The story has been built really well, and so when they take the shots at each other that they do, it feels so much more real.
I like the way they fight when they wrestle each other, because they don't do a ton of wrestling with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely very brawly.
Yeah.
I really feel like these teams have been like at each other's throats for longer than the club has even been in WWE. Like, it just seems like
there's been beef for years.
Yeah, it just feels like they've got like back history that we don't know about.
Usos were always talking shit about the Bullet Club.
They just like fast forward, like they condensed like 3 months worth of program into one.
Maybe the Usos were supposed to join the Bullet Club. The Bullet Club's like, yeah, totally, we can totally use some Samoan guys. And instead, they brought in Tama Tonga and Tonga, and so Jay and Jimmy feel like that's their spot. Probably not likely.
No.
But it was a decent tag team match. Is just nothing really special came out of this one. Just because we've seen it a few times.
Yeah.
And this one had a very abrupt ending, which again made no sense. Jimmy hits the Superfly Splash on Anderson.
I don't remember. I just remember they fought on the outside and he got thrown over the table.
Yeah, it was on Gallows, and then it was on Anderson, because then Gallows had the really good near fall, which I thought the match was ending. Luke pulls Jimmy out of the ring and tosses him over the announce table, and that causes the bell to ring.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, maybe the editing was weird and it was just a really fast double count out or something. Maybe I missed something.
My theory is that Morrow snapped and started hitting.
Yeah. Which I like that.
It's the first time somebody's thrown somebody at Morrow and he panicked and fucking went to defend himself and he just started to miss.
So then...
That's how I feel like Morrow would fight.
So then Jay is on the outside. He gets hit with a really cool rocket kick from Anderson. So Jay gets taken out. Anderson's, talking himself up. He ends up turning around, and Jimmy jumps off of the announce table and hits a big clothesline onto Anderson. And while he's talking trash, Gallows comes up from behind, hits Jimmy with the chair, and then the bell rings again. So I'm like, okay.
Stop fighting, guys.
Was that why didn't we just wait for the chair? And that could have been the end.
Yeah.
Because, and the only reason I say that is because then Anderson grabs the chair and hits Jay with it. The bell doesn't ring. So apparently that second chair shot was okay, but the first one was not. So I don't know who actually won. Technically, the club gets the moral victory because they got to walk away.
Yeah, they're sharing the love.
Really? I hate you. So much. Then we had life lessons with Coach Backlund.
Hell yeah.
And all this really reveals that Bob Backlund is old and doesn't want Darren Young using his phone.
Yeah.
Because he asked him what time it was, and he went to grab his phone. He said, "Why are you on the phone?" He said,
he asked him to look at his watch to find out the time.
And then Darren Young said that people don't wear watches nowadays. That's bullshit. I know a lot of people that wear watches. Is it just people I know that wear watches? Do you wear a watch? Post it in the comments. But anyway.
Thinking about it, like, all the people I know that wear watches on a regular are old.
Tech wears a watch.
Does he?
Yeah. When he gets all fancy dressed up and whatnot.
Oh yeah, maybe. I wasn't wearing a watch earlier today.
Anyway, I feel like there's way more people than Darren Young realizes wear watches. But Backlund is old, and Darren Young ended up having to do 200 squats because he backtalked to Backlund.
Don't backtalk Backlund.
And that's a life lesson from Coach Backlund.
Yeah.
Then we had
He's gonna get strong booty.
We had the culmination of however fucking long this R-Truth Goldust thing has been going on, which it's been forever.
Yeah.
I think they started sometime after the Rumble.
No, I don't think so.
No? Was it earlier than that?
I don't know.
See if you can find out. Anyway,
Yeah,
this ended up being the Gorgeous Truth, Tyler Breeze and R-Truth taking on Goldongo, Goldust, and Fandango. And the match doesn't last long because we get one altercation between Fandango and Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze makes the tag to R-Truth, while Fandango makes the tag to Goldust. They meet in the middle of the ring, and they refuse to fight each other. Because why? Okay. So they decided, no, we're not going to fight. Truth goes over, tags Breeze back in. Breeze gets in, and as he's getting back in and R-Truth is getting back out, he shoves R-Truth out of the ring, and then Goldust is like, hey, what the hell are you doing? Why are you pushing Truth around? And Fandango was like, hey, chill out, Goldust, it's fine. Then he turns around and he clotheslines Goldust, backs up, lets Tyler Breeze pin Goldust. So now Tyler Breeze has back-to-back wins on the main roster, which is awesome for Tyler Breeze, because he needs it. But then we get the team-up of Fandango and Tyler Breeze, which is what you've been calling since these other two got involved in this storyline. Yeah. They do a double beatdown on R-Truth, or on Goldust. Truth tries to make the save. They end up beating down R-Truth. And Goldust, this was strange. Like, Goldust...
You're right, it started the Raw after Royal Rumble.
That's what I thought, okay. Because I thought there was some sort of, like, they might have, like, teamed up a little bit in the Rumble or something. I don't remember what it was.
No, R-Truth had the shortest run in the Rumble this year.
Did he really?
Yeah, that's what because he came in with the ladder and tried to climb the ladder and Kane dumped him out of the ring.
Anyway, so then Goldust, like, throws himself on top of R-Truth and takes the beating for R-Truth. Which...
That's what real partners do.
I mean, it's a great gesture, but what... Why? Like, there was never a time where, like, oh man, I'd take it. They didn't like each other.
Yeah, you could tell they were starting to click, though.
Yeah, I mean, there was like R-Truth telling Fandango to, like, you know, be easy on Goldust, you know, his hips out of place, or some shit when he was doing the stanky leg.
You know what it was? Is he's like, I'm gonna help you because we're both old, and I know what old feels like, so.
That makes way more sense. Why didn't they just do that?
I just realized it's gonna be like, if they tag team feud these guys, it's gonna be such a like age differentiation between.
Yeah, Truth and Goldust are both in their 40s.
Yeah.
So they've both been around the block for a while. But yeah, I love the idea of Tyler Breeze Fandango as a tag team.
R-Truth is 44.
Goldust, I think, is just a couple of years older than he is. Maybe he's like 46. I don't know. Anyway, no, I'm super excited for that tag team. I think that's awesome. Goldust and R-Truth is going to be hilarious because they're both funny as hell. So, looking forward to it. I'm interested to see where it goes and whether or not maybe this is a resurgence.
Goldust is 47.
I was close. Maybe this is a resurgence for Fandango. This is finally a push that Tyler Breeze is going to get since he fell away from that small feud with Dolph Ziggler. So here's hoping for both of those guys and for a funny tag team of Goldust and R-Truth.
So what's 44 and 47?
That would be 80-91.
80-91. And then Fandango is 34.
Breeze, I think, is 29 or 30. I think he might have just turned 30. Speaking of tag teams, Primo and Epico will be making their return on Monday Night Raw as...
Tyler Breeze is 28.
I was close. Okay. Yeah, Primo and Epico will be making their return Monday night on Raw as not the Matadors. So look forward to that. Then we had... you know a little bit more about this than I do because you watched the other interview, but Renee interviewing Rick and Charlotte.
Yeah. Charlotte's not happy with her padre because... with WWE.com interview they had, Ric Flair maybe didn't have the greatest amount of confidence about Charlotte retaining the championship at Extreme Rules since he's not going to be at ringside. So this is sort of him almost like admitting that he feels that he's the reason why she's been hanging onto the belt. Well, that showed in this promo when like he was trying to get her amped up and woo, that she just kind of woo.
Yeah, she was not into Ric Flair's bit of the promo.
No.
But then we go into our main event.
At least they didn't tell anybody to kill themselves.
That's true.
That we know of. It is SmackDown again.
Yeah, they can edit. So yeah, this is a tag team match. The four guys that will be involved in Extreme Rules Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Title match. We have Kevin Owens and The Miz taking on Sami Zayn and Cesaro, and this match is fantastic.
Yeah, so we start out with Sami Zayn and Cesaro making their entrance. And then before we go to the commercial break, we find out that the main event tonight is going to be The Miz and Kevin Owens.
I knew there was something weird about this, and I forgot
versus Cesaro and Sami Zayn.
Even though we've already known about it, half of the tag team is out in the ring. They started to say it on commentary, and then we cut to the graphic where post-announcement is made by Byron.
People in the comments, please tell us if the same thing happened to you guys.
Yeah. Did it seem like they told us that this match was going to happen way too many times while the match was starting?
Yeah. Did you guys get the entrance of the face team followed by them hyping up the match that was about to happen up next with the graphic and everything like it wasn't in the process of starting?
I'm glad you reminded me of that because I forgot that happened. Because the match itself was so good, I forgot.
It was really good.
I forgot that something weird happened before it.
It was really good and had a really good finish.
My only gripe with this was The Miz didn't capitalize on what could have been a really good double team. But, oh well. But
it's okay because the whole spiel was meant to show that there's no cohesion between
right, which makes sense.
Match.
Yeah, no, and despite being opponents in a little over a week, Sami Zayn and Cesaro did work really well together. Their fun double dive on the outside,
except they don't have a secret high five.
No, Sammy was gonna dive on The Miz, and then Miz and Maurice started walking this way. So then Cesaro dove onto Owens, and then Sammy got to dive onto The Miz.
He did his toupee cord halo.
Yes. Thank you, King. And then Cesaro went for a really intense high five, and Sami Zayn went,
trying to clothesline
clothesline, and they hit, and Cesaro went, what?
That's just like that's what you want to do?
They were really confused. There was no cohesion there either.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a great tag team match. Ultimately, we have Cesaro is trying to go for the Cesaro swing on Kevin Owens. Gets him down, double leg takedown. Is about to set him up. Miz comes up from behind, tries to do skull-crushing finale. Cesaro's able to break out of that, does a go behind. Miz backs him into the corner and is hitting real stiff back elbows. And Sami Zayn goes for a haluva kick on the Miz. Miz ducks out of the ring. The haluva kick connects to Cesaro. Sami Zayn then gets pulled out of the ring by the Miz. And Owens is able to use the knockout blow from the haluva kick to go up and hit a frog splash. And Kevin Owens and the Miz pick up the win. And then we have some more beatdown, which ultimately ends with Miz finally being able to hold up his own championship.
Yeah.
Everyone else has got to do it except for The Miz until now. So now we have one more week until Extreme Rules. What in the world is happening right now?
Jingling things.
Dangly bits.
Haha, dangly parts.
So, one more week.
Titty sprinkles.
Okay. So we'll be having the go-home shows, 2 Extreme Rules next week. I think they're building up these matches pretty well. I think a lot of it's just kind of fallout from Payback.
Yeah.
But I think they've got some good momentum in some of these matches.
Yep.
But that was it for SmackDown.
Hey.
Thanks for watching.
Very tag team centric.
Yes. Yeah. The only bits that didn't have tag teams. The only bit that didn't have tag teams involved was the Jericho Ambrose thing.
Yeah.
And then technically the Ric Flair and Charlotte promo. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Didn't say it at the beginning, but if you didn't want to watch this video, you can listen to his podcast style.
Yeah, check out the podcast if you want to take us on the road.
Yeah.
If you're not going to be able to focus on us visually, per se, if you're driving, or if you're on the bus and you want to put your headphones in because you don't want to talk to the strangers.
Yes. Yeah.
Use us as a way to avoid healthy public conversation.
There you go. Yeah. No, we put podcasts up as soon as the video goes
Wrestling
up.
Rundown, helping you stay antisocial.
Yeah. Wrestling Rundown. We're introverted too. The podcast goes up every time a video goes up. The only difference is on the podcast you don't get a playlist because they're constantly changing. But if you want a playlist, check out the playlist next to Kevin Hawk because we got all the videos from this week. All of our usual rundown reviews.
I feel like the playlist might be getting uncomfortably close.
What?
I feel like the playlist is getting closer than usual.
That's because it likes you. Raw, we got midweek, we got SmackDown. Coming up next, we have indie news, WSU, CZW, and ROH results coming up in that one. And be on the lookout because we are getting ready to start our second channel, Reasonable Wrestling Fans. Once the culmination of episode 100 has happened, we will start uploading videos. We'll have links down in the description of this week's indie news so you can get to the other channel. And from then on, we'll have more videos that are not reviews. We'll be doing, we're bringing Fantasy Warfare back. I'm going to be talking about bad gimmicks and whether or not they can be saved. Creepy Mr. Kevin Hawk is going to get you drunk. And
it's going to be a Hawkdale hour.
And Thomas Wolf's going to rant. Thomas Wolf likes ranting. That's
He's ranting.
So be sure to look out for that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Yeah. Fuck only having one channel.